YouTube, it's Kiara. So today me and my mama are in Salem, Mass. So last year was the first year we went to Salem and we had so much fun. So we came back and this time we're gonna do the Witch Museum and the House of the Seven Gables. We saw them both last time, but we're gonna go to the two houses from Hocus Pocus. She got me on that movie a long time ago.
The Sanderson sisters.
Yes. Then gonna get some food and just have a good day. So if you want to come to Salem with me and my mom, then please keep watching. So you can come in if you want to. We just went into the Salem Witch Museum and did like the little interactive tour. Taught you about the 1692 trials here, and then also the second part it talked about like the European trials and how witches have evolved and how they're stupid now, and that's not how they started. And we learned a little bit about like the Wicca religion, and we're definitely going to read more up on it because they're all about just like peacefulness and like the nature and
equality between men and women.
Nothing bad.
Right, there is no devil, there's no evil. It's just, and you put out, you know, what you put out comes back to you. So if you put out good comes back to you.
It comes back in 3.
Yes.
I thought a lot of it, we agreed with so much that they had to say that now we want to like look it up and read more into it and see all about it. So definitely keep you updated on that. Yeah, that's the building right there. This is Allison's house from Hocus Pocus. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
The house where the party is.
Yes. The movie starts. So we just had lunch at a little restaurant called Finn's, and it was so good. We had an Angus burger, wonderful, and a fish and chip sandwich, you know, because we New Englanders. Now we're walking to the House of the Seven Gables. I don't even know what a gable is. I've never read the book, but we're going anyway. And yeah.
So you actually see my face.
Help. Please. I know I'm a witch and all, but like, this ain't fair. Street Cemetery, and this is the cemetery where Giles Corey was pressed to death, and he was the only one who chose that because he didn't want to stand trial. He wanted his family to keep their land and their money and not give it up by saying that he was guilty. It's just so crazy when we watched the little presentation thing of when they did it and how they're literally just like a stone block and they keep adding stones on top of it, and instead of saying anything they said to say yay or nay whether he was guilty, and he said more weight, and those are his famous last words. I think that is absolutely wild. This whole thing is crazy. Yesterday was the day we went to Salem and we spent the whole day there, and I didn't do an outro then because I came home. We came home at like 5:30 and I passed out. I was so tired. It was such a long weekend and a long day, so I just went to sleep. So I thought I'd update now. Salem was amazing this year. I love going there. There's not a whole lot to do, but it's just fun to go each October, each fall season. This time we did go to, like I showed you, the Salem Witch Museum, and that was amazing to just learn a little bit more, and it's like an interactive thing. And Putnam's a bitch. That's what we're gonna start with. That was all incredible, and then from there we just walked around a lot. We saw Allison's house from Hocus Pocus. Later on we saw Max and Danny's house from Hocus Pocus, and I love that house. We actually didn't stop this time because the couple that lives there was sitting outside and we didn't want to take a picture, but I had one from last year, so I'm good. We did that. We didn't go into the House of the Seven Gables because the wait was going to be way too long, but now I have a plan for this year. I'm going to finally read the book. I'm also going to read The Crucible before we go back next year and watch that movie because my mom loves it, so we'll do that too. Walking back, there was this cute little bake shop right next to where we parked, so we got a chocolate covered croissant, glazed apple cider donut, which was so good, an oatmeal raisin walnut cookie that was soft and it was so good, and then it was kind of like a mocha iced coffee. It reminded me of the ones that I get from Mary Lou's, and it was super good. Everything was wonderful. It was such a good time, so amazing. One of my favorite parts was always like the memorials to the people that were hung and to Giles Corey, who was pressed to death. We actually went to the cemetery where it was said that he was pressed in that location, but he's just buried at a different one. We also went to, we didn't do this last year, but we went to the location where the original witches were hung, and it was kind of overwhelming. It's very sad there. It's like very quiet. Everybody there was like super respectful, and it's just like this little half circle where you can just imagine what it was like, and that's just, it's so disgusting, and it's really, really sad. And I also found out that Salem is where you think when you think of the witch trials, and we only were just a small portion of it, because the European witch trials, they hung millions from this hysteria that happened around it. And I think that's crazy because they're so different. I didn't realize like how wild it was. But we're definitely going to look, like I said, into Wicca and all of their beliefs and whatnot, because it started as just sort of, yes, they believe in it. They also believe in like the nature and like the herbs doing the healing instead of going to doctors, and how one story it sort of began as a midwife that used all of these different concoctions, and that's how they helped. And then that midwife, who was so trusted, ended up turning into this green awful lady with warts on her nose that, you know, wants to hurt people and their dogs. It's so wild, like how much it's changed and how different witches are perceived now. The whole day was amazing and definitely a great learning experience. I definitely want to read up more on it now and really, I don't know, really get a better grasp at what happened both in Salem and in Europe, now that I know that how crazy that was. But yeah, if you are ever in the New England area close by for October, for the Halloween season, definitely check out Salem. It is 100% one of the best places that you can go. They get very into it. It's amazing. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like, to share, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that bell if you want to be notified every time that I post a video. Also, all my social media will be linked down below if you want to keep up that way. Be sure to give that a follow. And yep, until next time.